covering the shoulder.
Swing and a miss. McGinley scores! And welcome inside East Kentwood Fieldhouse, home of the Falcons, but right now it's home of an outstanding battle between the Wildcats of Grand Rapids Northview and the King Crusaders from Detroit. My name is Chad Bush with Evan Stockton. Evan, this is a game between a couple of teams that know how to win big games in Division I basketball, coming from great sides of the state. They'll come together here tonight.
Yeah, so Grand Rapids Northview, we've heard a lot about so far this season, an undefeated team. Many think one of the best in the state. The Ryans brothers, EJ, the senior, Cam, the sophomore, both guys who will play D1, both are excellent basketball players. And then on the other side for Detroit King, who comes in at 9-3, I think a lot of us are looking at each other going, okay, who are these guys? Because they lost 3 other starters from last year's team, not named Chaz Lulis, who was their great point guard, who has now moved on to prep school. So when you look at this starting 5, it feels like it's still a mystery for Detroit King. But I know this, they're always going to play well because they've got an outstanding coaching staff. Year after year, they churn out quality teams at Detroit King. And this will be an excellent test for both teams who always have aspirations of the Breslin Center.
George Ward Jr., the head coach for the King Crusaders, as we get a look at the starters. Floyd, Jones, Martin, Poe, and Knott for King, 9-3 on the year. Under George Ward Jr., assisted by Keith Bates, Carlos Carter, Joe Mack. And they'll take on Northview. Top 5 in Division I, 8-0, coming off a 25-point win against East Grand Rapids. And as you said, Evan, a couple of guys that have offers. It's a talented front line, highlighted by the Ryans brothers. Who else should we know about in that starting 5?
You need to know about Brady Swartz, number 3, the junior, tall dude, 6'6", already 20 points per game this season. Oh, by the way, apparently Brady grew 2 inches in the offseason. He was 6'4", now he's 6'6". It's a talented team. We've already seen one team from the west side, Zeeland West, take it to one of Detroit's finest, Cass Tech. King is hoping that similar things don't happen against Northview here tonight.
Marion Knott to jump it up. This is a sophomore at 6'4" that's going to have a lot of responsibility against a team that has some length in Grand Rapids Northview.
Specifically at center, look who's jumping it up. Izzy Hadabu, the freshman, who was listed at 6'2", another talented guy for the Wildcats. I'm excited to watch them, right? We've talked a lot today about how this is a fun little contest so many times between East Side and West Side. And being based in Metro Detroit, we don't always see the West Side teams as frequently. Well, this is a showcase for them to make sure we all know that they're going to be a problem for these next few weeks.
Yes, in the thralls of the second semester. Basketball at its finest here in Grand Rapids. Glad to bring it to you on the Prep. He's Evan Stockton. My name's Chad Bush. Northview wins the tip. Head coach Dave Chana, assisted by Jeff Anama and Derek Brooks. Van Proyen to the top side. Baseline drive. And that's Brady Swartz, their top scorer at 20 a game.
I mean, he's going to be the guy for Northview, I think, who determines how far they go in the playoffs, because everyone knows about the Ryans brothers. They're learning about Brady Swartz. Heck of a start.
His brother Parker Swartz played here and is at Ohio Dominican Division II school. Active hands and defense by Northview as King sets it up offensively. Who are the threats on offense for King that we need to look out for?
Well, how about Stephen Jones, who's just a sophomore, but we saw him have a little run at Hamtramck last year, a transfer, one of those guys who's going to get bigger and bigger minutes because of the losses throughout this season and before the season for Detroit King.
You mentioned the Lulis loss from a year ago. Also, Coffee has graduated. Lots of adjustments, but George Ward Jr. doing what he does best, talking to his players, communicating, giving expectations. Free throw up and good for the top scorer for the Crusaders of Detroit King, Terrence Martin, the senior at 6'3".
And the thing about King, right, you see him early on in the year and you think, oh my goodness, this team has a long way to go. And then you see him a few weeks later and you go, they look a lot better. It's because they have a great coach.
Really do. Little matchup zone here, and it causes some problems. Ball kicked to the corner, gathered by Swartz. Northview a perfect 8-0. Swartz on the perimeter, 2 on the shot clock, no recognition of it, and that's a King shutdown. Defensive 35-second.
You know, we've seen this already a lot today. We've already played 4 games, 3 more games to go, including this one. And with the shot clock, it is a wrinkle. Both coaches and players are almost forgetting that there is a shot clock. You got to go back to all those college and pro games you watch to remember how to play with it.
So true. That's a steal. At center court, back the other way. E.J. Ryans with an alley-oop. And Izzy with a lay-in. Wasn't pretty, but it finished.
It all counts the same in the scorebook. We're good. We won't tell anyone, Izzy.
King down a bucket. This is Drew Floyd. Just a sophomore, picked off. Brady Swartz lay-in, missed it. Oh, that mean rim.
Yeah, he almost got too deep underneath the rim. Have to get another look at that.
Gabriel Hawkins high on the left, 6'1" sophomore. Getting some prime minutes. It's a young team for King. This is a sophomore. Marion battles his way in. Missed the shot. There's a steal on the pass. That's Houston Poe with a heady play.
You talk about being in the right place at the right time. It literally got thrown right to Houston, and a big-time break for King.
Ball pressure by Terrence Martin forces the turnover. Tied at 4, just underway. 2.5 minutes gone by.
I'll say it because you're all thinking it at home. E.J. Ryans, outstanding shoes. Those are the Grinches. I almost wore them today.
Oh, those Grinches.
Yep. I got to get the red ones. I've seen so many people wearing the red Grinches. Sharp.
I love your sneaker savviness.
Thank you. Hey, you got dunks on today. You sell yourself short in that regard, man.
They're basic reverse dunks. I wanted to go low-key today. Nothing fancy like those things you got on. Those are straight-up Air Jordans from my era.
Yes.
1985.
Mm-hmm.
Very cool.
They're a little dirty. You got to clean them.
I got some shoe wipes in my car.
You do?
Yeah.
Are they shoe wipes or actual wipes for your young children?
They're shoe wipes.
Okay.
They're shoe wipes. Maybe they could work for children. I won't suggest that to my wife. We'll keep that between us. We digress. Marion underneath getting loose with a patient pass. That's Marion Knott, the sophomore. Long corner left, jump shot off for Schwartz, who's been shut down since the early push. King by 2. Rip, drive, Drew Floyd kicks it out. 3 ball on the way. Terrence Martin can really shoot it from distance. Nothing to show yet today from downtown.
Northview's got to settle down here. Athletically, they should have the advantage over King, but it looks like they're pressing just a little bit to start the game. I think they need to take a deep breath and start running their offense.
Yeah, both teams 2 of 4 to start it. Pressure defense, Terrence Martin. And again, this King defense with a shot clock is a fun combination to watch.
Absolutely. This is a school that really wants the shot clock to run into full-time play going forward because they're just giving Northview all sorts of problems right now.
Van Proyen gives it up. Cut off short corner, double team. Cross-court pass, Swartz for 3. It's an air ball. And another shot clock violation. Stand up, Crusader fans.
Yeah, Northview right now is just all sorts of confused. and that's because of King. And I think they've recognized as a team, with Lulis gone and still figuring out who's going to be the bell cow offensively, okay, fine. We're just going to beat you with outstanding defense and fundamentals.
That'll work. That travels. Drew Floyd to the hole. Right hand lay in good. And the 10th grader rocks and rolls to the rock with a hole. Cam Ryans, that's the sophomore. He's got a Western Michigan offer. His brother's a Western Michigan commit.
Broncos off to a strong start, by the way, in MAC play. They won their first 4, although they've lost the last 2.
DJ Stevens doing a fine job. Marion missed it with that mean rim, and he got a frustration foul over the back on Cam Ryans.
All right, so King's in this game early. On paper, maybe you'd think Northview would be the favorite with a couple of future D1 guys and the undefeated record and King's uncertainty, but King is definitely in this game for the long haul. I'm curious to see what tone the final few minutes of this quarter take, because if King can get this up to a 4-6 point lead, they really mean business going into the second quarter.
We'll see how it ends and trends. That's a lay-in. Cam Ryans is heating up. The sophomore with 4.
By the way, Cam Ryans just dropped 33 on Tuesday against Forest Hill Central, so he's still feeling it.
Little heat checker for him. Marion to the hole, wave it off. Cam stood in there and took it, and that's the second on the big boy. George Ward Jr. is going to have to go get him. Here's another look.
That's close. The Cam Ryans takes the contact down there. Knott's got to sit, and now you bring in Caleb Singletary King, a senior, but only listed on the roster at 6'2".
Size disadvantage, as the Wildcats are averaging about 6'4" on the court right now. The hot hand with it, size disadvantage. Elbow jumper, no. And a battle on the boards, and it's going to be a foul with the undersized Crusaders, the guilty party.
So they get Terrence Martin there, who at 6'2" is one of the tallest guys on the floor right now. Nod, who just left the game at 6'4". No one else on the floor, Chad, as you're saying, taller than 6'2".
But the box out there doesn't allow the second chance. Very technique sound are the Crusaders with George Ward at the helm. Spin, twist, turn, shot, no. Stick back, yes. And that's the hustle and grit of Mr. Poe.
It's the second time he's done that so far in this game.
Block shot off the head. And King's defense starting to really make a splash in Grand Rapids.
I mean, you're going to see the recipe for this team to keep winning ball games the rest of the season. They know that it's going to take a full team effort, and you see it here offensively. Poe flying out of nowhere from out of the picture to put that in, and this good quarter continues.
Nice look there. Gabriel Hawkins with it. Schwartz defends him. Tight man-to-man for the Wildcats. Dave Chana, their head coach, former Navy SEAL. Rip, drive, shot up, no, too long. And here comes Mr. Ryans the other way. The Western Michigan commit, spin cycle that came up short. Still dirty laundry. Kick, corner, Terrence Martin still can't find that 3 magic. And Singletary finds that baseline.
I hope we can get a shot of Northview's head coach, David Chana. You mentioned he was in the military. I was wondering why he was so intense. Also, he's already lost, I believe he was wearing a quarter zip. He's lost the quarter zip. He's down to a red t-shirt.
Very cool.
He's like Coach Miller at Arizona. He just sheds layers as the game goes along. Well, he's not there anymore, but you get the point.
I do. He's a Navy man, just like Pat the Stat. Off the glass, count it, and the foul. E.J. Ryans, the future Bronco, with a hoop and the harm.
Great job here. That's the athleticism, right? That's what DJ Stevens is excited to see down the road in Kalamazoo. EJ, a 4-year starter who's not going to be rattled even with the frustrating start for Northview. It's a big-time moment there for sure.
It's their big-time player getting his first points. Under 25 seconds left in this first frame. It's been a dandy. Tied up at 10. Chad and Evan with you. Game 5 on the day. 2 more to go after this. Don't you worry. We're not going anywhere. Anthony Willis is checked in to the hole. Poe had it blocked out of bounds, back to Northview.
Effort starting to get turned up here by Northview. I think their coaching staff believed it was a little bit of a lackadaisical effort to start. Now here they go.
3 seconds left. Got to hustle. Ryan's at the buzzer. Pull up 3. Rim off. And so Northview draws even at the end of 1. Northview by 1, 11-10 as we go to the second quarter in Grand Rapids. Thanks for watching. We're the Prep.
Gotta Get It is a nonprofit organization that prioritizes education, creativity, and physical and mental health. We aim to cultivate resilience in youth and young adults so that they are equipped to be the change we need in our communities. We facilitate programs and coordinate projects that provide opportunities for young people to explore their interests, learn useful skills, cultivate social capital, and develop leadership skills in accordance with our mission to create a sense of urgency to accomplish unforeseen goals without making any excuses.
The Wildcats of Grand Rapids Northview, 8-0. They're out of the OK Conference. 4-0 in that league, over 1,000 students. It's co-ed, Division I. How about back-to-back conference championships for Dave Chana's group? And you might recall Kyler Vanderjack. He was a 22 grad and runner-up for Mr. Basketball. 22, and he's at Belmont. Great place to be. EJ Ryan's committed to Western Michigan. His brother has a Western Michigan offer, Cam. Floater up and good. That's 22. That's Caleb Singletary, and the senior with a big bucket.
Yeah, especially because he's playing for Knott, their best big, who had a couple of fouls early in the first quarter. They're going to need moments like that from Singletary.
Anthony Willis off the bench to run the point against Drew Floyd. Schwartz now against Poe. Offensive rebound, and the putback is rejected to the floor. Free throws coming.
Clearly King is focusing on the Ryans, Cam and EJ. So again, like we said at the beginning of the broadcast, if Northview wants to get to where they want to get to this season, it feels like number 3, Brady, with the outstanding hair that belongs underneath a hockey helmet. He's going to be a huge reason why they win or lose.
Both teams shooting under 40% in the first. Neither team hitting a three-pointer yet. Split the pair. Tied at a dozen aside in this low-scoring affair, opening minute of the second quarter between a Detroit-Grand Rapids battle. King will battle Cass Tech, their rival, on Tuesday night in Detroit. King patient on offense, 4 on the timer, pull up, left elbow jumper is short, over the back, foul on Houston Poe. He got busted for it, that's his first.
Good effort though by Houston, couple of times already in this first half. He's crashed the glass to put layups back up and in. Got to see that effort from King on the glass because as we've talked about, size deficiency tonight. And going forward, if we're being honest about it.
Yeah, for sure. Right wing shot is short. One shot and done for King. They've been very good at defensive rebounding tonight.
Yeah, George Ward has got this team playing darn well defensively, and it leads to some offense.
Terrence Martin from distance for the game's first three. And King jumps out to a three-point lead.
I'm telling you, it was evident early in this game. King has come to play. I think they want to make sure people know that they're not going anywhere this year, even with some of the personnel changes.
16-footer short. There's a second chance opportunity, and they make good of it. That's Brady Schwartz at 6'6". 1 point King lead. This is Drew Floyd, who had 10 points against number 1 ranked East Lansing. That was 4 of 5 from the floor. And King's 19-point loss to East Lansing, a team we'll see shortly. That'll go on Schwartz.
Yeah, I mean, the couple of other losses for King. They lost the first 2 games, Chad, but they've won 9 out of the next 10, and their only loss is to the team that most people think is the best in the state. So this King team, after a little bit of a rocky start, is figuring it out.
They are. Drew Floyd, a big part of it. Taking over for Chaz Lulis at that point guard spot. And he earns his right to the free throw line. Crafty play by the sophomore point guard, baby-faced and all. His game's maturing this season already.
I love it when one guy and another guy who wear the same number go against each other. I don't know why that amuses me so much, but it does. That time, Drew Floyd, King 0, beat Cam Ryan's Northview 0. Am I the only one who finds that entertaining when 122 scores on another? I don't know.
No, you're in the minority, I believe. But I think it's fair. We all have our things that tie us together. I think it's fun, like when it's a guy with the same name.
Yeah, okay. All right.
Like Stockton on Stockton.
Sure,
Crime.
Evan on Evan. Yeah, there we go. Okay, all right.
By the way, there's a couple Evans on this crew, so that kind of applies here. There's a block shot, Drew Floyd the other way. King trying to grow this three-point lead. Nearly doubled it there.
I think Northview got away with one there. Willis on that long rebound pushed the King guy in the back.
That is an offensive foul. Ryan's running like a freight train, and he picks up his second foul with 5:04 to go until the break.
Ryan's does not look comfortable all night, and this is a credit to King. They're just swallowing him. He thinks he has one-on-one and a guy down low, he's about to get a blocking foul. But then the King defense collapses. All of a sudden, there's nowhere for him to go. He's boxed in, turns into an offensive foul.
Well said. Toughness of King. Around the horn they go. Northview flashing the big guard Ryans. At the top shooter, Terrence Martin. Pull-up contested three, maybe blocked, and out of bounds. Singletary on that baseline.
I mean, thinking big picture in this game, though, if Northview cannot start getting some answers offensively, this is going to be a very long night. Now you got Ryan's in foul trouble. His brother Cam hasn't done a whole heck of a lot. Brady Schwartz has struggled. This is a Detroit King defensive solid performance so far. And on cue, Northview scores. That's my fault. Broadcaster's jinx.
That's Schwartz finishes despite the contest at the rim. Boy, he's long. Floyd to set it up between the rings. Terrence Martin forces one up. And how about that? Schwartz to the rack with a right hand with some English.
I'm telling you, this is the guy for Northview. The Ryans brothers are great. Brady Schwartz will be the reason why they make the Breslin Center or not. He's that third option, which separates good teams from great.
Leads him with 9 points right now. Meanwhile, Drew Floyd ducks into the lane and draws the foul. It's the second foul.
The second on Cam Ryans. 2 personals now on both Ryans brothers. The seeds are there for Detroit King to make this a long night for Northview.
Well, you know that pressure's coming. Like Cass, it is a King team that will press and is capable of forcing turnovers. They've had to reorganized their team a little bit after Chaz Lulis left them just a week or two into the season. And left and went on to prep school. He's a San Diego commit. But King thinks they've gotten better without him. The numbers prove that that might be right. Rip drive Ryans. 15 on the shot clock, 35-second shot clock today. That's an air biscuit from the reserve guard Willis. The Chick-fil-A's here, I can smell it.
Those fries are making me very hungry.
The waffle.
Yes.
Terrence Martin up under, patient finish for 13.
Terrence Martin, nice jump stop.
King by 3. Ryan's the other way with a hop, skip, jump, avoiding that offensive foul. 2 more.
To state the absolute obvious, this is a huge final 2.5 or so of the first half. King has done a great job drawing and dragging Northview into the type of game they want to play. They want it to be a slugfest in a half-court game. Northview wants to get up and down the floor. King is making Northview play at their pace.
Yeah, this is not a shooter's type game. Just 1 3-pointer made, combined both teams. The drives, that one's missed. Offensive rebound, Terrence Martin. Welcome to the party in GR.
I mean, I don't want to be one of those Northview Wildcats in the locker room at halftime, because if I'm that coaching staff, I'm looking at them and going, boys, they're just out hustling you. I mean, look at King here. Martin has been all over the place in this first half. They are getting to the rebounds. They are winning those battles, and they're turning them, most importantly, into baskets time and again.
And they're taking advantage at the line. 7 of 7. And I know we've harped all day, credit where credit's due. King's done their deed at the line. King with a 4-point lead. That basket is waved off. There was a shuffle of the shoes before that went through, and we got a timeout on the floor. King by 4 points. It's a tight one. Back and forth we go. Come on back to East Kentwood. We're the Prep. This is the Gotta Get It Classic in Grand Rapids. Thanks for watching.
Lowering the shoulder.
Swing and a miss.
McKinley scores!
And it's going to be a challenge for us. I mean, they're a really talented football team. I think everybody knows that.
4 wide receivers. Pressure. Steps up. Marshall wants to run again. Cuts down the middle of the field. All alone. Touchdown! Warriors! What a cut. King by 4. Chad and Evan with you. Alex Westfall, your executive producer. Glad you're with us. Game 5 of 7 games of the Gotta Get It Classic. Thanks to Mike Thomas for having us here, the head coach of East Kentwood. Evan, 2 minutes left. What does King want to do here before the half ends?
They want to keep doing exactly what they're doing. They are getting this game into the half court. They are making Northview work for everything. King understands that it's going to be a team effort to keep winning ball games all year, and that is what they've done really darn well so far.
Floyd attacks and loses the defender to score, the sophomore growing up before our very eyes.
This is a Northfield team that has not looked like themselves all night. On paper, they're more athletic, but King has just made them look confused time and again.
In their shorts with a defense. The run out, and Ryan rips and drives and gets to the line. Couldn't finish, but impressive decision.
It was, but put yourselves in the mind of Cam Ryans here, right? Why does he try to do this? Why does he try to put Singletary on a poster? Because he knows this game is just not going their way. It's slipping away. He's trying to turn the momentum back in his team's direction. That's why it's a smart foul from Singletary. Even if Ryans makes both free throws, who cares? You don't remember free throws. You remember getting dunked on. That was a smart play by the King defender.
Free throw's good. How about 7 of 11? 10 of 11. They get 11 of 12 now combined, these teams, from the free throw line. As we get a substitution, Ryans will check out, and into the game comes number 12. It returns Izzy Hatabu. 1:10 left. King by 4 and with it. No lead has been larger than 6. How about that dipsy-do? Attacking the 10. That's Gabe Hawkins, the sophomore.
The young athleticism for Detroit King is really impressive to watch. Man, racing down that sidelines. Coach Chana for Northview had to call a timeout because, again, his offense just stagnant.
Timeout on the floor. We'll keep it here. 41 seconds left. Time now for teams to talk it over. Dave Chana, seeing that huddle. This guy's training for a triathlon for the fun of it. And that tells you a little bit about his team's mentality.
Yeah, so that man, hey, we told you he lost the quarter zip. He's down to the T-shirt. He is just imploring Jake Johnson on that sideline right now. Now he's talking to the official. I would not want to make that man mad. I mean, I don't want to make you mad. I really wouldn't want to make that guy mad.
No, I'm a teddy bear. This guy looks like he could wrestle everyone in this arena at the same time to the ground. Wouldn't mess with George Ward Jr. either, by the way.
Yep. He's got that towel on his shoulder like John Thompson.
That's one of his mentors. As Northview turns it over in honor of John Thompson, that towel. Ben Kelso, a 3-time state champion, while George Ward Jr. was at Detroit Cooley High School, his biggest mentor.
My uncle, another Detroit Catholic Central alum, loves to tell me about how in high school basketball, CC would only get as far as Cooley High, and then everything would end. The good news would end right there.
Oh, yes. Detroit Cooley and the Cardinals. Oh, how they're missed. Now then, 6-point King lead. This is their largest. 4-second differential between the shot clock and the game clock. Shot clock at 10. Drew Floyd, the sophomore, trying to set it up. Attacks and fouled on the floor. That is team foul number 6, I believe. They will put Floyd at the line.
I mean, if I'm that King coaching staff, we'll see how these final 8 seconds go, but I'm getting to the locker room with a big old Cheshire cat grin on my face because this game has gone exactly how we want it to. Northview's got the athletes. Northview's got the undefeated record. Cool. We're going to come over here and we're going to drag you into a street fight, and right now Northview is just completely confused.
They are wise of the King to take advantage. Mr. Floyd getting aggressive. This is the guy you want to get to the line. 5 for 5 today from the stripe, and a perfect 8 of 8 effort at the free throw line for George Ward's club. King by 7. This is their largest lead. Ty Spencer, the Detroit King football coach the last 6 years, is in the house, and we'll talk to him next game. 7 seconds, now 6. Ryan's on the run, and we've got a whistle and a foul on the floor. And that, I believe, will put Northview at the line to shoot free throws. With 3 seconds left. Tough foul to take.
Better go to the monitor here a couple of times to fix the clock. Looks like we're good here. King had that foul to give, so Northview's going to inbound it right in front of the Crusader bench.
Just 4 fouls, my bad, not 5. 3.7 seconds left. Ryan's to trigger. Into his brother. Cam at the buzzer for 3, alone, missed it, and that's all. Unable to collect it was Van Proyen, and that's how the quarter ends. We go to halftime. 8-point lead for King.
Very impressive to watch King just completely take Northview out of their system. There's a long way to go in this game, but man, if I'm those Crusaders, I feel really good right now.
Back to East Kentwood in a moment with Mikey.
From an ordinary idea comes a great journey. It all starts with a simple thought, a vision of something bigger, greater than what already exists. It's that spark that ignites the passion and drive to create something truly amazing. At Gbrand, we understand this journey well. We take pride in the details and perfecting every aspect of the process, regardless of how small or big they may be. Because it's more than just a design or a shirt. It's about outfitting future champions. There's something to be said about a team coming together, each member contributing their unique skills, talents, and ideas. It's that collective effort that takes a simple idea and turns it into something truly great. The process can be excruciating, with countless hours spent tirelessly reviewing every detail. But the end result is pure and so rewarding, knowing that we've created something that will inspire greatness in those who wear it. Whether they come from a savage land or a booming metropolis, whether their numbers are 2 or 2 billion, the greatest their numbers could ever become is truly to become one. That's why at Gbrand, we're more than just a clothing company. We're a movement, a community of like-minded individuals who believe in the power of coming together to make a difference. So join us on this journey as we strive to outfit future champions and inspire greatness in all that we do. Gbrand. Now that's game.
Lowering the shoulder.
Swing and a miss.
McGinley scores!
Welcome back to East Kentwood High School at the break. It's Detroit Martin Luther King High School in the lead by 8, 30-22. We're in game 5 of the Gotta Get It Classic. Boy, you start to lose track of games and where you're at. But we're with the special part of the Gotta Get It Classic. To my left is Mikey Wolford, a sophomore at East Kentwood who came over from East Grand Rapids High School. Can't play this year. You got to sit out. So what are you doing? You're doing great work for the Gotta Get It Classic. Tell the folks the kind of stuff you're doing to get this tournament up to the speed it's at.
Yeah, so I kind of just run all the social media for the Hoop Classic, all the marketing stuff. Have worked with some of the coaches and some of the players in preparation for the Hoop Classic, and then today I'm getting everything going a lot. So
you made the decision to come to East Kentwood. You've been here now for a semester. What's it like, and are you happy with the decision?
Yeah, I'm really happy with this decision. The switch has been great. I think just the environment is a much better fit for me. There's a lot of people I knew already coming over here, but I've gotten to know a lot of cool people. Coach Thomas has made the switch pretty easy. But overall, yeah, I think East Kentwood sometimes gets a bad rap publicly, but I really think it's a great place, and so, yeah, I really like it.
You're doing work in social media, and by the way, you're doing an outstanding job, young man.
Thank you.
Kudos to you. It's really good stuff.
Thank you.
And tell us about social media and young people like yourselves that can come in and make an impact because you understand what's out there. You understand what the demand is, and you understand the score of all these different platforms.
Yeah, I mean, I really think it's an underutilized and undervalued tool, and I think a lot of people look at directly the negative impacts of social media, which there certainly are some, but I think there's also a lot of positive impacts. I mean, you can reach a ton of people. For sports, I run a lot of athlete social medias for them, specifically their Twitters, and I think that's a great way you can, coaches can find you can reach out to coaches, communicate with them. So, Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, all of them. I think they're great resources. So, yeah.
What's been your biggest score in social media this year so far where you got something with just a lot of likes or follows or something where you really felt like you hit a home run?
I think my biggest thing actually this year is I've gotten a few guys on 24/7 Sports, which is the recruiting service. Sure. I've gotten a few guys' accounts on there, I've been continuing to work with things like that. A freshman at East Kentwood, CJ Reynolds, I ran his Twitter and got all that going, and he was in the Detroit News, I believe, or MLive, one of the two, so that was pretty cool.
You've also worked in politics and were pretty heavily involved in the Biden campaign as a young man. Talk about doing that and your passion. Is it in politics or what's your future?
Yeah, I think it's basketball and politics are two of the most important things to me. When I got involved in politics, I didn't really realize it was going to be as big of a thing as it's become, but I mean, it's really become a big part of my life, and I've started to grow relationships with people through that, and some pretty cool people. U.S. Representative Hillary Skolton, U.S. Representative Alyssa Slotkin, and I think it's really just making a difference. I think it's showing that young people can make I mean, even though I can't even vote, but every day I'm talking to people about going out to vote, but I just think it's showing that young people can make a difference in the thing that really runs the world, so.
No doubt. Well, you're making a big difference. We're happy to have known you, and thank you for your efforts and time and helping us out.
Yeah, for sure. Thank you.
There he is. That's Mikey Wolfer doing great things. Best of luck the rest of the way.
Thank you. You too.
We'll keep tabs on you, young man.
For sure. Thank you.
Thank you very much. We'll take a timeout. We're at halftime. It's an 8-point lead for the boys from the D and Lafayette Boulevard. We're coming back after this.
Hi, I'm Nick DePonio, and this is HVAC.
Hi folks, Dr. Joe here again with Michigan Orthopedic Surgeons. Everywhere you look this time of year, people are running, and that's a great thing because running is an excellent exercise, especially for your cardiovascular and musculoskeletal systems. But the question is, are you running a safe running program? All too often, people are hobbled by things like shin splints and patellar tendonitis. But luckily, simple things like stretching and warm-up, the right running shoes, and realistic weekly mileages can keep you in your running game. For more information, go to miorthosurgeons.com.
What rhymes with great?
Participate.
Where does greatness start? Here, in the classroom. On the diamond.
In the pool. On the field.
Where will your greatness take you?
To better grades.
To more friends.
Yeah! Be great.
Participate!
We are the MHSAA, a collection of 750 high schools and 750 middle schools, from Temperance to Copper Harbor, from New Buffalo to Alpena. Each year, more than 250,000 students play one of our 28 sports. More than 1.5 million fans attend our postseason games. There are 30,000 coaches and 8,000 officials, not to mention all of the volunteers. The MHSAA believes in the 4 S's. School sports should be safe and kept in the appropriate scope. We believe nothing beats great sportsmanship, and that scholarship in the classroom is more important than excellence on the field or court. Most of all, we believe school sports should be fun. So come out and join us at a game. Support your school, support your community, and come see what the excitement is all about.
My time to shine. He took over. He got it. Splash. And that will put some gauze on it.
So they were having a lot of fun, dishing it off to each other. The dunks were happening, just a good time.
Lowering the shoulder.
swing and a miss. McKinley scores!
Well, at the break, Martin Luther King by 8. Evan Stockton, Chad Bushback with you. Some highlights here. What stood out to you mostly about that first half?
Well, what stood out is that exact play that just happened. The effort from King, offensively, defensively, crashing the glass, getting inside, making Northview all kinds of frustrated. And I think how we start this second half with King up by 8 to begin this third quarter, so important for Northview, because let's call a spade a spade. Both Ryan's brothers and Swartz are better athletes than anyone that's on King, but they're winning by so much because their effort has just been that much better. So if Northview wants to come back and win, sure feels like the first half of this third quarter, they got to start getting some juice.
Sounds fair. Martin with 10, Floyd with 10 to lead the way for King. Schwartz with 9 points. He averages 20. He's their top scorer. But this is their Division I commit. Ryans, a senior EJ, and a sophomore Cam. Ball out of bounds, baseline left. That's the third foul in this game for Mr. Knott. So that's a big note. 3 ball right in front of us. That's Cam Ryans with a triple, and he's got 9.
You literally could not have drawn up a better start for Northview. You pick up the third foul on King's best big, and then Cam Ryan sets a knockdown corner triple. That is a great start.
Now Dave Chana's over there doing push-ups after that. Riled him up. Putbacks up and good. Gabe Hawkins. The loose change rebound in the finish, and King answers right back.
And then if I'm Northview, I'm kicking myself. Like, what are we doing? Not boxing out. That's the 4th foul on Knott, by the way.
Oh. And he's going to get up. Singletary's going to check in for him. We'll get another look here at the backdoor cut. Wrong place, wrong time.
Now, I'd say Northview has to take advantage of this, but Knott went out of the game in the first half, and King actually grew the lead, so who the heck knows what's going to happen here.
They like Singletary's defense. He doesn't get a stop there, though. That's Cam Ryans, and that's why he's a high major prospect.
Fresh off the 33 points in Northview's win against Forest Hill Central back on Tuesday, and he scored all their points here in the second half.
Kid's big time.
Yep.
Floyd patiently moves it. 35-second shot clock's down to 22. Banker up and good. Nice little duck in for Gabe Hawkins, who's heated up.
We're learning a lot about King every single time they take the floor with all the changes they've had from last year's team. Guys like Gabe Hawkins making an impact.
One of those guys that's an X factor on this team. Schwartz. Long corner right shot, tough shot, live and right roll. Couple extra Sunday sessions for him.
By the way, Northview has scored on every single offensive trip to start this second half. Great start.
Drew Floyd trying to find a crack. Fouled on the floor. That's going to go on Hatabu. Substitution. Back in there comes Anthony Willis. Schwartz will get a blow. Excuse me, Van Proyen would take a blow. Another look here. Hawkins short with it.
All right, and here's where Northview wants to go. They want to utilize their athleticism just like that, get everything right, but make the shot.
No call, contact. A good no call if you ask me. Rip, drive, travel.
2 minutes steps.
That's defense right there.
If I'm Northview, I'm doing my absolute best here to realize that King doesn't really have an offensive bell cow. No, it's been balanced. Floyd scored 10, Martin's got 10, Hawkins has 6. 7 different players have scored, but I'm essentially making one guy on King try to grab the reins because they don't really know who that is right now.
Like a box of chocolates for him. That's short by Schwartz, and that's a jump ball, and a couple players with some competitive juices. Jump ball's been called, and that goes the other way.
Yep.
King basketball. Detroit King. George Gervin, an alum they'll never forget, the Iceman, one of the 50 best players of all time, a proud member of the Crusaders clan. 3-ball right side, Terrence Martin, and he's talking to Mr. Ryans, and George Ward Jr. wants timeout in Grand Rapids. 8-point lead by the Crusaders, and the Martin man starting to rise up.
There's just one place where students are students first, and athletics are played with purpose and perspective. That place is your local high school. High school sports offer more than the joy of competition. Studies show that student athletes are also likely to enjoy greater levels of achievement in other areas of their lives, including academics. High school sports, a winning part of a complete education.
The Crusaders from the blue division of the great DPSL. George Ward, his 10th year. About 800 students in a co-ed. And there you see it, George Gervin, the Iceman, 70 grad. How about all his accolades?
You said it, one of the best basketball player who's ever lived. And if he was watching this game somewhere, he'd be smiling because King is just giving Northview all that they can handle. Northview's just not looked right since the second we started this game.
Just been a different kind of defensive presence for King. There's a block shot, and Floyd has it ripped by Ryans, and the frustration foul is going to come by Poe and or Floyd.
King fouls ours number 1, Houston Poe.
They'll get Poe with it.
Third on the Crusaders.
More games to come, 2 more to come. There's football happening now, and Packers at 49ers later. All basketball here. Shot short by Schwartz, out of bounds. They'll keep it with the boys in white from Grand Rapids Northview.
Of course, all of us are, as strange it is to say, pulling for the Packers tonight.
Go, Pack, go.
No, you can't. I'm not saying that.
Just for an hour or 2.
I want them to win, but I'm not saying that, Chant.
Fair enough. Tough luck miss, and that's finished by Jack. Brady Schwartz, rather.
All right, Northview's got to start stringing some defensive stops together, and in my estimation, it's been all about effort for them today. Way too many second chance points for King on the offensive glass.
We'll see if they stay pesky. That's a defensive effort. Issy with a swipe. Cam Ryan's twisting, turning. Off the rim, no putback, Schwartz, yes. That backside, and Northview starting to do their own offensive glass activity.
Yeah, I was going to say, that literally looks like what Detroit King has done the entire game. Great job by Northview to get back in it.
Floyd is fouled crossing that lane, left to right. And they're going to say the foul was on the floor. I thought originally they were saying he was going up. Here's another look. I don't know.
It was close.
Was close. Doesn't matter what I think. Megan Kwizik on the call. Jermaine Jennings and Richard Gills, the other officials. 3 minutes left in the third. Short corner left fade, no. And the ball batted around like a good volleyball game, and it's going to stay by way of the Crusaders again. Feisty.
King's got to get to the end of the quarter at least up by 4, if not 6, because it feels like Northview has started to figure things out on both ends of the floor. King has given effort time and again. And this is a vital 2:52 remaining in the third.
Ball out of bounds, baseline left. Trouble getting it in. Hawkins clears. Floyd with his thumb up. 13 points by that man, Terrence Martin, to match his jersey number. That's what gets me excited, by the way. When it matches their jersey number. I get as giddy as you do it, so I get it.
Yeah, it's the little things, you know?
It is. It's the little things you get up for in the morning. That's some great defense there. Schwartz with the yo-yo in the backcourt. Going to go to the rack, put it up, and score it coast to coast.
I'm telling you, that's the guy. The Ryans brothers are great. Brady Schwartz is the reason why Northview has come back in this game. That's a crisp 17 points.
6-6 and 20 points a game for number 3. And we've got a game, as if we ever didn't. King by 2. George Ward jumping up and down, wants a high ball screen. Can a guy get a high ball screen? 3 on the shot clock, got to hustle. Hawkins at the buzzer. Got it off the glass. How about the move at the horn?
If I'm Northview, that's one of those shots that I hold in the back of my brain and I go, I don't know. Maybe it's just not our day. That guy made a glasser with no time on the shot clock.
Well, great execution by Hawkins. Rip, drive, Ryans ends it. Big boy take down the boulevard, and he finishes the assignment. Floyd clears it out, wants that right side to work. Martin wide open for 3, splash city. What a dial-up.
Word East Kenwood. He hit that thing from a different area code, back near the east side of the state. That was from the 3-1-3. That thing was from a long way away. Monster shot by Martin.
Martin now with 16 in this game. Schwartz with 17 for Northview. He has it at the right elbow. Harassed by Martin fittingly. Off the glass, no. Fight for the loose ball, out of bounds, and it's going to stay with the Cats. 2 premier players going head-to-head. Fun to watch, partner.
And fun to watch Martin step outside and hit shots like that. That thing's from NBA range. Looking like the Bucks beating the Pistons earlier today at LCA. The final score was 141 to 135.
I missed that.
I hope you took the over.
Oh, I took nothing and liked it, as Spalding would say. How about Ryans? Back-to-back buckets, and with 3 seconds left, Martin from the parking lot. Ooh. Nearly went, and that's how the third will end in Grand Rapids. Oh, what a dandy. 3 points at the end of the third separates these two teams. West versus East, Detroit versus Grand Rapids. Come on back for the final quarter right after this.
Gotta Get It is a nonprofit organization that prioritizes education, creativity, and physical and mental health. We aim to cultivate resilience in youth and young adults so that they are equipped to be the change we need in our communities. We facilitate programs and coordinate projects that provide opportunities for young people to explore their interests, learn useful skills, cultivate social capital, and develop leadership skills in accordance with our mission to create a sense of urgency to accomplish unforeseen goals without making any excuses.
Today's game is sponsored by Miller Johnson Attorneys, where the growth of Michigan is at the core of practice. Miller Johnson Attorneys. Chad and Evan back with you. We appreciate all the sponsors today, including the Power Initiative. The Power Initiative is a social profit agency that engages in strategic projects, programs, and services that support communities to identify gaps and facilitate solutions. The Power Initiative. Ryan's with it. This is the sophomore Cam. Kick to the corner. This would tie the game, and it does. Splash City off that bench. That's from number 1. And we're tied up.
Big shot, Anthony Willis. Freshman in name only. Man, give credit to Northview. King has given them their best shot, and they have come back.
Oh, what a tussle tonight. In the paint, Floyd, kick right wing. Terrence Martin again, no. Stick back, and the foul. Count it. That's Houston Poe, the junior, at 6'3", with a hoop in the arm.
That is the third time tonight that he has done this exact same thing. Houston Poe crashing the glass. Look at him, flies out of nowhere. What a catch with one hand, back up and in. Houston Poe has been a nightmare for Northview on that glass.
3 of 3 from the floor. He's been efficient. And free throws on this end, there's just been too many funky things happening. We've seen about 4 air balls on that end, free throws.
King had not missed a single free throw until that air ball, so I guess something had to give.
Well, they get a pass, but the other few teams that have done it. Something wild's happening down there. But yeah, no, an impressive free throw showing for King, 9 of 10. Lay-in is good. That is Ryan's. He's had 6 points in the last 3 minutes.
Impressive to watch in the second half. Both Ryan's brothers and Swartz really take the game over. We've been saying all night they're the 3 best players on the floor. At some point they'll realize it. They've realized it.
They're also the 3 players in double figures. Swartz was 17, and the Ryan's brothers fittingly with an equal number of points, 11 aside. Marion is back in that game. That's Marion Knott playing with 3 fouls at 6'4". He's playing with 4 fouls, pardon me. 3 on the timer down the avenue. Terrence Martin with a finish after he bled out the shot clock.
I cannot tell you how smart a play that was from Martin. So he's made 2 threes from that same spot. He knows Northview's coming on him defensively. Pump fake between the legs, and it parted like the Red Sea for 2. Martin's having a heck of a night.
Heady and crafty kid. What a leader for George Ward Jr.'s club. The boys from 3200 making a statement in Grand Rapids tonight. Can they finish the deal? Cam Ryans misses from the mid-range, and another mean miss that popped out. Marion to the rack. Shot up off the glass. No, crowd wanted to travel, and Schwartz cleans the glass. Ryans. Dipsy-do, right hand underneath on the left side. Couldn't go. Would have been pretty. But he'll get 2 shots.
I mean, there are examples when you watch players like this of why they're going D1 and the other guys on the floor aren't. I mean, the arms, the extension, just to get that darn thing up near the rim, looking like Giannis with the wingspan.
Crafty and lengthy with those Grinch shoes. Making my partner jealous he didn't bring his today.
Seriously. It's an outstanding look for EJ. We had a few guys wearing the red version of those. Jordan Sigmund in our second game of the day for Renaissance was wearing the red version.
Was he?
Sharp look, yeah.
Okay.
And Mike Thomas, the head coach for East Kentwood. Guy who runs this whole shebang here, the Gotta Get It Classic. Saw him this morning at 9 in the morning, and he was wearing fresh Jordan 11s. Oh. Everybody looks good today. I'm so proud.
Everybody. Jan's got her green kicks on. Elbow seated timeout. George Ward Jr. got him as soon as he was on the floor. It's a full timeout. We'll take it with him. 5:06 to go. 4th quarter. A fun 5 to work with. Nothing solved yet. We're all tied up at 46. This is the Gotta Get It Classic. We're the Prep. Thank you for watching.
My time to shine. He took over. He got it. Splash.
And that will put some gauze on it.
dunks were happening, just a good time.
There he is, George Ward Jr., the bench boss in his 10th year for the King Crusaders. And a guy that has led this club to 2 city championships, 5 district titles, a regional championship, had a great run of it, 5 years for the Juggaleers of Southeastern. District championship at 5 different high schools. And he's one of the leaders in Detroit. The community runs a great podcast. And he's a good chat and a good man and a good friend, George Ward Jr. Says he's fascinated with 70s sitcoms. Loves Sanford and Son, Jefferson's, and his all-time favorite, Good Times. And he just loves great television and says the best television father ever, James Evans Sr. I couldn't argue with any of that.
No, the greatest television father of all time is Uncle Phil on Fresh Prince. Coach, love you, but it's just, you're wrong. Now I'm showing my age because he grew up on a show that's not Fresh Prince, but the correct answer is Uncle Phil.
All right.
Come on, man. The one scene with Will Smith, How Come He Don't Want Me, man?
He's got a little amazing. Uncle Phil in him, doesn't he?
Yeah, he kind of looks like him. He should like James Avery. What the heck?
Oh, man.
I'm sure whoever's watching this game is about to put in the live chat that I'm wrong. Uncle Phil's not the best. It's fine. I'll take your arrows. It's all good. Tell me I'm wrong.
Dynamite. Ryan's on the near sideline. Rip, drive, twist, turn, and missed it. Back out to the King Crusaders, who cover up that 10 just enough.
I am fascinated to see how this game finishes because how many times have we watched a basketball team and a team rallies back in that game, but they just can't get it over the finish line? That's what's happened with Northview. They were down by 8 points at halftime. They rallied all the way back, but King has made them work so darn hard on both ends. I wonder if there's enough juice for Northview to finish this off.
We'll find out. 4 minutes left. It's a fair question. Marion down the avenue patiently puts it up from 5 feet out and cans it with no margin for error and 4 fouls. Pressure on the inbounds. 2-point lead for Detroit King, looking for their 10th win of the year before they take on their rival in a big one on Tuesday night at 3,200. 3 balls short. Great box out by Drew Floyd. And Ryan's behind the play, hustling.
Shocked they never called him for a foul, honestly.
Yeah. Floyd will set it up against man-to-man. Pull up, 17-footer, rim off. Stripped and ripped, 2-on-1 developing. Martin put it up and was walled up. I don't think he saw his other teammate on his right. Ryan's the other way, and Cam is fouled hard by Floyd. And a quick transition there that could have gone either way.
Man, I don't want to exaggerate, but I think that defensive play by Swartz saved the game, seriously. So on one end, you stop. On the other end, you get up the floor and get one of your best players to the free throw line. That's a 4-point swing.
Yeah.
All of a sudden, you go from a 50-46 game. I know there's a lot of time to go, but just the way things were trending, all of a sudden, Kings building it back to a 2-possession lead. What a massive defensive play by Brady Swartz.
Really was. Good hustle. There's Dave Chana. Sorry, I don't want to mispronounce his name.
That's one man you want to make sure you make him happy.
Did he miss both free throws?
He sure did. That's not going to make Coach happy.
Whistle and the shot clock, guess what? I mean, these are the reasons. I know I keep saying it, but they'll have to reset it here. It's part of the growing pains of a new system. 3 minutes left. Anybody's game.
Seriously.
What team's going to win? What are they going to have to do? The team that does what the best?
If King continues their effort offensively, defensively, I think they win the game because I think they've tired Northview and they've just had Northview in their own heads all night. Northview wins if they can find a way to utilize their athleticism and get guys downhill, whether it's Swartz, whether it's either Ryan's brothers. I mean, you look at the three-point shooting numbers in this game. Northview from three-point land, they've only taken 8. They've only taken 2. So it's not exactly been their forte tonight. So if they're going to come back and win, they have got to find their way to the rim. And if I'm King, keep dragging Northview down into that alley with me, man. Let's keep making them fight.
Yeah, neither one of these teams really relying on that three-pointer. A lot of downhill drives and mid-range. And here we go. Floyd to set it all up. 2-point lead after the 2 free throws were missed. And we've got a foul or a travel turnover.
Unforced error. Huge. Back-to-back times, King has had a chance offensively to take a 2-possession lead, and they can't grow it. Credit to Northview.
So, first one to half 100 wins, or so it appears, as this quarter's struggled to find points. That ball knocked away. Marion on the run, not to the hole, and he finishes at the rim. Marion not.
Guy who's been hampered by foul trouble all day, but that time he finishes. The freshman Hadabu is coming back. Monster bucket.
6 points for him. Shot up good, that Schwartz. 50-48. We got a banger. Don't go anywhere. 2:15 left. That's the Marion dunk. Yeah, it's a dunk. Back after this.
My time to shine. He took over. He got it. Splash.
And that will put some gauze on it.
Thought they were having a lot of fun, dishing it off to each other. The dunks were happening. Just a good time.
Dave Channa, the head coach for Northview, in his 4th year, formerly the head coach at Muskegon Mona Shores. Was also at Kenosha Hills before Mona Shores, and who could forget their team that went to the Final Four in 2022 before falling to eventual state champion De La Salle. And this guy also works at Northview High School as well, and a proud Navy veteran. We thank him for his service. And he recently signed up for a triathlon. And again, no surprise when you look at him that he's ready for whatever physical activity is thrown at him.
Yeah, he is a imposing presence, that's for sure. All he's thinking about right now, though, is getting his team on the comeback trail. Again, this turning into a heck of a basketball game.
Terrence Martin, corner 3, long. Schwartz with a rebound. Under 2 minutes to go. Northview could tie it with a 2. Schwartz to try it, and he got rejected. Terrence Martin said, this is my house.
What a night. Hey, we've been talking all night. Who's the new guy for King? It's Terrence Martin.
Drew Floyd missed. Put back is good by Marion Knott, who's had the last 4. Plus 4 are the Crusaders. 90 seconds left. Twist, turn, Ryan's got it, but that was on the floor?
Apparently not.
Oh, wow. George Ward Jr. jumped about 38 inches off that ground when he saw that that was an and one.
All right, you be the judge. That's close. It's close. I think the officials made a good call.
Whale of a shot.
Yeah.
You love to see that rewarded. And it was close enough to give it to him. Let's be it right after second look, I think.
Oh, yeah. Good call.
Free throw's good. Cam Ryan's got it. 1 point game. 1:20 left. This has been the game of the day thus far. Rip drive. Floyd. Floater no. Wildcats on the move. Schwartz to the hole, Euro step, lay in, no. And we've got a tie up. And that's going the other way. King gets it back. Schwartz thought he had a clean lane. And King again protecting that paint.
I said it earlier, man. If I'm Northview, I do not know mentally how you just flush a play like this. Schwartz, a gorgeous step through. He's right there. The thing was halfway down. If I'm Northview on that sideline right now going, I don't know, man. If that goes in, if that doesn't go in, it may not be our day.
What a game to be a part of in Game 5. 2 more to go, but this one's one that you just don't want to end. We're coming back for the final 57 seconds right after this.
Every morning, I woke up with stabbing pain in my feet. Plantar fasciitis, the doctor called it. All I know is it really hurt. One visit to fix my feet today and the pain was gone. And even better, the custom arch supports I got worked in all my shoes.
Don't wait. End your foot pain now. Call or visit Fix My Feet today.
Fix My Feet is now open in Rochester Hills, located on Rochester Road in the Target Center. Come in for a free consultation.
Grand Rapids Christian and Warren Lincoln are next. The Abes of Warren and the Grand Rapids Christian Cougars?
Eagles.
I was close.
Yeah.
He's Evan Stockton. My name's Chad Bush. 52-51. A 1-point game just under a minute to go. Your thoughts on what King has to do?
My thoughts are, A, for Northview, they got to be kicking themselves after that last one popped out. You can contest here on the inbound, but you can just play defense with the shot clock. Remember, we're running a 35-second shot clock today, about a 21-second difference. Northview wall up and play some D.
2 fouls to give for Northview as well right now. Shot clock, game clock differential, 20 seconds or so. Marion to the hole, right block, short. And corralled by R.J. Ryans, and here comes Northview. The shot clock and the game clock are synonymous. They could get the last shot right now. Dip down low, up and in. That's Izzy Hatabu, and it's a 1-point Wildcat lead with 17 seconds left. Shot clock start. And George Ward Jr. wants to talk it over.
Chad, that is the first lead that Northview has in the second half.
Wow.
What a comeback.
And it comes in the final 20 seconds of this ball game. Here's another look.
The Ryans brothers have had a good game all day. And this time, it's because they had a good game all day that set that up. Defense suffocated in on Ryans, left Hatabu wide open down low. And now Coach is telling his Northview team, one stop. All that effort, all that comeback trail against a team that came to play. This may be the best game Kings played all year against one of the state's best. Northview, you get one stop, you hit a couple of free throws, you get out of here with a win.
Now, what do you do offensively? If you want to set something up, you got 12.9 seconds left. I want to ask you, do you go right away? Do you give yourself time? Or do you try to get the last shot if you're King?
Well, I would go right away, but this is why I would go right away. In these situations, I am always driving to the basket because those officials are going to be dared to call a foul. I'm not bailing out Northview with a 3. I'm getting the ball to Martin. I'm clearing the ball out. It's got to be either Martin or Floyd downhill to either get the game-winning bucket or a chance at the free throw line.
All right, 10 seconds, 11 seconds left. There's a near steal Schwartz. Floyd got it back. Floyd gonna drive it. 5 seconds. Up, under, shot off the glass and good! Drew Floyd with a game winner with 1.2 seconds to go. And the sophomore's as cold as ice outside in East Kentwood.
We have found who Detroit King will go to down the stretch the rest of the year. No Chaz Lewis, no problems. You got 13 Terrence Martin, and now you got number 0 Drew Floyd. A sophomore who barely played as a freshman last year, growing up right before our eyes. That's a potentially season-changing basket.
And he beats Brady Schwartz with that move. And what a move it is, and worth another look. A pretty move by Drew Floyd, the sophomore at 5'9", who looks to have got the game winner. Now there's 2.2 seconds left. They're going to put another second, but how about this move?
And it's his ability to shoot all day, which got Brady confused, right? He got him up in the air, and as soon as he got Brady up in the air, game over. Drew ducks underneath it. Heck of a shot to go off glass. That's how you know he practiced it. And now if I'm Northview, I just have to find a way to at least get this ball to half court. This is where you kind of wish, after a timeout, you get inbound from half court, but I digress.
Drew Floyd in line to be the hero. To trigger. This is Van Proyen, 2 seconds left. Schwartz at the buzzer, and we've got a foul. There is a foul before, and I believe this is a non-shooting foul. King had one to give. This is non-shooting.
There's no way this is a shooting foul.
Yeah, it's not a shooting foul.
They call it a shooting foul. It's a bad call. There's no way that was a shooting foul.
On the floor, or so it would appear, and I don't know if replay is in order for them, but I know we have replay, and we'll get another look here.
I mean, this is the game. This calls the game.
They had 2 fouls to give.
Yeah.
I mean, this was the instruction. That's a foul right there.
Yeah, that's not even close.
No. So this should be ball out of bounds with about a second or so left. Less than a second. It looks like 0.8. It's team foul number 4. So again, had 1 foul to give. Dave.
Coach John is going to plead his case, but we just saw the visual evidence. That's not a shooting foul. And it's a foul on the floor. That's great coaching by George Ward, right? We have this debate all the time in situations like this. Do you foul? Do you not foul? It's not a decision. You foul. Coach Ward made the right decision.
It is significant, though, because with 1 second left, you do get the ball to the front court.
But remember, with only 1 second, all you can really do is throw it in and for a little volleyball set with this little time.
We saw King make one earlier in this scenario. Ryans to trigger, 1 second left, King by 1. Lob at the rim for his brother, and he nearly made the shot. That's the ball game. King has won this contest. The inbound pass was off the glass. King wins it on the sophomore Floyd's game winner with 2.2 seconds to go.
Man, it may be January, but that ball game felt like March. Both teams are going to get better for playing that type of game. Detroit King says, all right, everybody, don't sleep on us. It's a heck of a win for the Crusaders.
Drew Floyd with a game winner. We'll talk to him next. King wins it by 1 over Northview.
From an ordinary idea comes a great journey. It all starts with the simple thought, a vision of something bigger, greater than what already exists. It's that spark that ignites the passion and drive to create something truly amazing. At Gbrand, we understand this journey well. We take pride in the details and perfecting every aspect of the process, regardless of how small or big they may be. Because it's more than just a design or a shirt. It's about outfitting future champions. There's something to be said about a team coming together, each member contributing their unique skills, talents, and ideas. It's that collective effort that takes a simple idea and turns it into something truly great. The process can be excruciating, with countless hours spent tirelessly reviewing every detail. But the end result is pure and so rewarding, knowing that we've created something that will inspire greatness in those who wear it. Whether they come from a savage land or a booming metropolis, whether their numbers are 2 or 2 billion, the greatest their numbers could ever become is truly to become one. That's why at Gbrand, we're more than just a clothing company. We're a movement, a community of like-minded individuals who believe in the power of coming together to make a difference. So join us on this journey as we strive to outfit future champions and inspire greatness in all that we do. Gbrand. Now that's game.
Welcome back to East Kentwood High School. We've got our G's of the game. And for the first time in this tournament, 2 guys that we could not deny, including the guy with a game winner. How about the sophomore that joins us now, Drew Floyd.
It's a little low.
Drew Floyd joins us.
You got to love a guy who comes on and makes sure he knows that we can actually hear him.
Yeah.
It's fantastic. Working hard.
Drew, congratulations on the victory. Take us through that game-winning shot in the end for your team for the win.
Really, we had a play and set it up for our shooter. But once the ball got deflected, I knew a shot had to go up. Felt like I could get a shot off, either getting all the way to the lane or getting to my floater. And then after the pump fake, I knew I had to hit it. So, yeah.
I mean, Drew, that's a win over a top 5 team in the state. Northview came in undefeated, a lot of people talking about them. What does it say about your team that you just beat one of the best in the state?
We was ready for this. We versed East Lansing earlier, North Farm, and we were just ready to come out, compete. And we knew we had a chance of winning this. We believe we could, had the confidence.
Drew, congratulations. Good luck on Tuesday against those green guys.
Thank you.
All right, man. Thanks so much. Our G of the game, A and B. Mr. Floyd with a game winner. He goes for 11 points in the contest. 6 of 6 from the free throw line as well. And his teammate also a big part of this one. Our co-Gs of the game, Terrence Martin, joins us. And how about Terrence tonight? High scorer in the building for King. 18 points in the contest, Terrence. Congratulations as a senior. This has to be a real proud moment for you to lead this team to a win. Your thoughts on this victory?
We just played hard. Coach told us we play hard, and we play together, and we play smart, we win the game. They have some great players on their team, and it was just a good game. I'm glad I got to play it.
Terrence, what I'm wondering is, obviously you guys lost a lot of pieces from last year. You lose Chaz coming into this year. But tonight, man, it looked like you were the one who took the lead to step up and be the scorer the rest of the way. Is that the type of role you want to take for this team going forward, being the leader out there?
Yeah, I'm really focusing on being a leader this year. It's a new role for me. I learned from players before me to be a leader, and I'm just taking on the role that they need me to take on.
Last question, what's it like to play for Coach Ward?
It's great. He teaches how to be a good player, great player, play great defense. He's going to teach you how to play on the next level and get minutes, and he's also going to teach you how to be a great man.
Congratulations, Terrence Martin, G of the game. Best of luck on Tuesday against Cass-Tech.
Thank you.
All right, there you have it, our G's of the game. Drew Floyd, the sophomore, Terrence Martin, the senior, and the boys from 3200 Lafayette pull out the win in GR tonight. Glad you were with us. My name's Chad Bush, for my partner, Evan Stockton, and your executive producer, Alex Westfall. One more time, King wins it, and a last-second shot by Drew Floyd. 1-point winners over Grand Rapids Northview. Thanks for watching. We're back after this.